let me tell you some things nobody else will tell you about Solomons before you make a decision on whether or not to move there. What's up, everybody? My name is Rob Schou and I'm with EXP Realty here in Southern Maryland. If this is your first time on the channel and you're looking to move to or within Southern Maryland, click the subscribe button. It is going to help make that decision so much easier. You can also scroll down to the first comment, click on the link, and it will schedule a Zoom meeting one-on-one with me where we can talk about your home buying needs. You can also use that contact information below. Call me, text me, and I'd be happy to help you make your move so much easier. All right, so like I said, I'm going to tell you some things today that no one else is going to tell you about Solomons. I'm going to give you some local perspective that you're not going to find anywhere else. I'm going to start with one of the kind of biggest cons of living in Solomons, and that's the Solomons Bridge. And it's not just the fact that there's traffic back and forth constantly, it's also the unknown of what's going to be done with it. Currently, it's a 2-lane bridge without a shoulder, and it can get traffic on there, just from rush hour, but also from other things happening around the bridge. And it can be a real pain in the butt if you go to St. Mary's County for other things, if you live in Solomons. Now, with that being said, they're planning on reconstructing it, maybe building a new span or building another span next to it or completely redoing it. So there's lots of things up in the air when it comes to that. So that's a headache a lot of people have when they're looking to move to Solomons, Maryland. But there also are a lot of pros. One of the biggest pros of moving to Solomons, and one of the things that I always fall in love with every single time I go there, is the quaint downtown Solomons Island. Solomons Island has the Chesapeake Marine Museum, which is amazing to take family, not just once, but multiple times. But then there's tons of little independent shops and tons of restaurants there that you can just go and enjoy walking around the boardwalk, having Cone Island, going to the Solomons Pier. And I just love it. I think it's one of my favorite things to do in Southern Maryland, just walk around there. So I couldn't imagine what it would be like to live down there in Solomons, where you could just walk out your front door and just go do all those things. And that walkability piggybacks on my next thing. If you're living in Solomons, especially in downtown Solomons, your walkability to different stuff is really some of the best in the Southern Maryland area. You literally can live in downtown Solomons, walk to a grocery store, albeit a pretty long walk, but walk to downtown Solomons and be able to do a lot of stuff right from your front door. And that's pretty unique to Southern Maryland, which is a really rural part of Maryland. Not a really rural, but it's just a more rural part of Maryland than other areas. You just don't have that walkability in other areas. And that kind of leads to the next one. I was shocked when I saw this on niche.com, but out of all the places in Maryland to retire, Solomons is ranked number 26. Now really think about how many different places there are in Maryland, and for Solomons to be ranked number 26, that is pretty impressive. So I wanted to highlight that. It is a great place to retire because of the walkability, because of the food that's around there, but also because of the next one I'm going to talk about, which is the different types of housing. There are single family homes. Homes that are on over a half acre are getting more rare. They don't come up on the market often, but what there are a lot of condos. Solomon's Landing condominiums, you have the Oyster Bay, and there's just smaller homes on smaller lots or zero late maintenance lots that are just great for people that maybe have retired and don't want to deal with that maintenance anymore. So if you're someone who's looking to retire in Maryland and you want to be in like a water-oriented community, really check out Solomons, because that could be a great choice. All right, and so the very last thing that I'm going to talk about today is the fact that Solomons is really central to a lot of things in Southern Maryland. You're over the bridge, which can add some commute time if you're trying to get back into St. Mary's, but really on a normal day, you're maybe no more than 10 minutes away from Target, Walmart, all those places in California, Maryland. You're 20 minutes away from Prince Frederick, and you're really not that far from DC, Annapolis, Baltimore compared to other areas in Southern Maryland. I really like how centralized Solomons is, and I could really see how convenient it could be for someone who's retired, who wants to go, if they have different appointments in different areas or following up with business partners in different areas of the state. It just is a good launch point, and honestly, you can invite them down to hang out with you as well, because it's a great place to bring company. All right, so hopefully this information was helpful. Hopefully you're convinced that Solomons may be the right choice for you. And if you are, make sure you use that contact information below. Call me, text me, and I'd be happy to help you. And like I said before, scroll down, click on the link, and it'll schedule a Zoom meeting with me, and we can talk about your home buying needs in Solomons. And last but not least, if you have not yet, and you find this content helpful, make sure you click the subscribe button and click the little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content. Hope to see you on the next video.